Right now, sitting in your medicine cabinet, there's probably a bottle you trusted. Maybe it cost you $30. Maybe you've been taking it every morning for years. Maybe you bought it because a friend swore it changed their life, or because the label looked clean and professional, or because you wanted to do something good for your body. Here's what nobody told you. 4 out of every 10 supplement bottles contain something different than what's printed on the label. Not slightly different. Completely different. Wrong ingredients. Missing vitamins. Compounds your stomach destroys before they ever reach your bloodstream. In some cases, so much sugar that the bottle belongs next to the candy instead of the medicine. One brand on this list was shut down by federal court order. Manufacturing stopped. Shipments frozen. The kind of government action reserved for companies so dangerous that regulators couldn't wait for voluntary corrections. Another brand paid $30 million for lying about clinical studies that never showed results. A third switched ingredients entirely and hoped nobody would notice. They charged premium prices while customers wondered why their supplements made them feel worse instead of better. Over the next several minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly which 5 vitamin brands have been exploiting your trust, and more importantly, I'll show you the 3 brands that doctors, nutritionists, and independent laboratories actually recommend. The ones that pass the test nobody tells you about. By the end, your medicine cabinet might look very different. Let's start with a brand that federal investigators couldn't ignore any longer. Balance of Nature, the wholesome lie. The bottle was green and white. The company name sounded like something your grandmother would approve of. Every advertisement showed smiling families, healthy seniors, children eating vegetables without complaint. Balance of Nature promised the ultimate shortcut. Real fruits and vegetables, 30 different kinds, carefully dried and powdered into convenient capsules. No chopping, no cooking, no arguments at the dinner table. Just swallow and skip the hard part of eating healthy. For 15 years, millions of Americans believed it. $89 every month felt reasonable for that kind of convenience. Parents gave these capsules to children who refused to eat greens. Seniors took them hoping to boost immunity. Health-conscious adults chose them because natural felt safer than synthetic. The marketing was brilliant. The science was non-existent. Then in 2023, the Department of Justice and the FDA did something they almost never do. They didn't send a warning letter. They didn't request voluntary recalls. They obtained a permanent injunction and shut Balance of Nature down completely. Manufacturing halted. Distribution frozen. This is the nuclear option, the legal action reserved for companies whose products pose such serious concerns that waiting for compliance isn't acceptable. What did federal investigators find behind those wholesome bottles? Unsanitary production facilities where supplements were manufactured under conditions that violated basic safety standards. Documentation so incomplete that inspectors couldn't verify what was actually inside the capsules. Disease treatment claims plastered across marketing materials. Promises that these supplements could address serious medical conditions, all without a shred of clinical evidence to support them. The bottles said one thing. The contents told a different story. But here's what makes this entire situation worse. Balance of Nature knew their powder couldn't deliver real nutrition. The science of food preservation isn't mysterious. When you dry fruits and vegetables, then grind them into powder, most vitamins begin degrading immediately. Vitamin C, one of the most fragile nutrients, starts breaking down the moment you cut open an orange. Now imagine grinding that orange into fine powder, heating it during processing, packaging it, shipping across the country, and letting it sit on a warehouse shelf for months before someone finally opens a bottle. What remains isn't nutrition. It's the ghost of nutrition. An expensive memory of what those fruits and vegetables used to contain. Balance of Nature charged $89 monthly for that memory. They never published absorption studies proving the nutrients survive digestion. They never showed third-party testing confirming potency. They never demonstrated that their powder could withstand stomach acid and actually deliver vitamins to your bloodstream. They didn't need to. The advertisements work without proof, and the FDA doesn't approve dietary supplements before they reach store shelves. Companies are supposed to police themselves. Balance of Nature exploited that regulatory gap for 15 years until federal agents finally intervened. Open one of those capsules, if you still have it. Pour the powder into your palm. Smell that stale, earthy dust. That's what $89 bought every month. Oxidized plant material from facilities federal investigators described as unsanitary. Seniors who took these hoping to protect their immune systems. Parents who gave them to children as a shortcut to proper nutrition. Adults who believed natural automatically meant effective. They all paid premium prices for a product that couldn't pass a federal inspection. The wholesome name, the federal injunction. 15 years of trust ended in a courtroom. Prevagen, the memory miracle that never was. The box was purple. The brain graphic glowed with promise. Finally, something that could help you remember where you left your keys, what you walked into a room to retrieve, the name of your neighbor's grandson you've met 6 times. Prevagen didn't just sell supplements. They sold hope to everyone terrified of losing their mind. $40 every month. Millions bought it. Daughters purchased bottles for aging mothers who kept forgetting appointments. Husbands bought it for wives who struggled with names and faces. Seniors took it faithfully, desperately hoping to stay sharp enough to recognize their grandchildren in 10 years. The marketing was masterful. The science was absent. In 2024, a federal court ordered Quincy Bioscience, Prevagen's manufacturer, to remove all advertising claims about memory improvement, not soften the language, not add disclaimers. Remove the claims entirely. The reason? Their own clinical trial, the only human study they ever conducted, showed absolutely zero improvement in memory function. Not minimal improvement. Not results requiring further research. Zero. Not a single memory test showed statistically significant change. The numbers didn't budge. The science said nothing worked. The marketing said breakthrough. Here's everything you need to understand about the science behind Prevagen. The active ingredient is apoaquarin, a protein originally found in jellyfish. The company claims this protein supports brain function. Here's what actually happens when you swallow it. Your stomach acid immediately begins breaking it down into amino acids, the same process that occurs with any dietary protein. There's no special delivery mechanism, no protective coating that allows the protein to survive digestion intact. Your digestive system treats jellyfish protein exactly like chicken, beef, or eggs. It gets dismantled into basic building blocks and used wherever your body needs protein. Your brain never sees the intact protein. The carefully marketed molecule gets destroyed before it reaches your bloodstream. And even if it somehow survived digestion, which it doesn't, there's no evidence it could cross the blood-brain barrier, the protective membrane that prevents most substances from entering brain tissue. You're paying $40 monthly for a protein your body processes like lunch. But the financial waste isn't the real tragedy here. It's the lost time. Every month spent trusting that purple box was a month not spent on interventions that actually matter. A neurologist visit that might have caught early warning signs. Cognitive exercises with proven benefits. Lifestyle changes that genuinely support brain health. Memory decline happens gradually, and early detection changes everything. While families relied on Prevagen, real opportunities slipped away month by month. The company knew their trial showed nothing. They reviewed the data. They saw the results. They kept running the advertisements anyway, kept charging $40 monthly, kept showing glowing brain graphics to frighten seniors who just wanted to hold on to their memories a little longer. For the daughters who bought this hoping to help their mothers, you purchased a promise that dissolved in stomach acid. For the husbands trying to help their wives remember, you got marketing dressed as medicine. For the seniors who spent years believing this purple box could protect their minds, those years mattered more than the money ever did. The glowing brain on the package. The zero in the clinical trial. $40 every month for something your digestive system flushes before it reaches your brain. Airborne. The cold prevention myth. The tube was bright orange. The tablets fizz impressively when dropped in water. The promise was irresistible. One glass of bubbling citrus-flavored liquid could stop a cold before it started. Airborne appeared everywhere. Airport kiosks marketed it to nervous travelers. Pharmacy checkout lanes positioned it as impulse prevention. Office workers kept tubes in desk drawers during flu season. Teachers swore by it. Parents dissolved tablets for children at the first sniffle. $12 per tube for peace of mind during cold season. Then in 2008, the Federal Trade Commission took $30 million of that peace of mind back. Airborne settled charges for making health claims they couldn't substantiate. No credible evidence supported claims that their tablets prevented colds or reduced symptoms. $30 million in refunds and penalties. Most companies would disappear after that kind of public exposure and financial loss. Airborne did something worse. They kept selling. And they quietly made the formula cheaper. Here's what happened inside those orange tubes while customers continued trusting the brand name. Zinc, the one ingredient with actual peer-reviewed evidence supporting immune function, got reduced significantly. The reason? It created a bitter aftertaste that customers complained about. Instead of investing in better flavor masking technology or accepting that effective supplements sometimes taste medicinal, they simply cut the zinc content. Problem solved for the company. Problem created for consumers who thought they were getting immune support. Meanwhile, fillers increased. More citric acid to maintain that impressive fizzing action on store shelves. More binding agents to reduce manufacturing costs. More artificial ingredients to make the dissolving process look visually spectacular. The formula degraded year after year. The price remained constant. The orange tube in your desk drawer right now contains a worse formula than the version that paid $30 million in settlements. A former quality control manager later admitted something revealing in an interview. We were told to focus on flavor consistency, not clinical consistency. If it tasted fresh and fizzy, it would sell. That single sentence explains everything. Airborne spent 5 times more money on advertising than on formulation research. 5 times more. The commercial showed happy, healthy teachers surrounded by sick students, somehow staying well through sheer airborne power. The laboratory showed a product being systematically hollowed out for profit margins. Open a tube today, drop a tablet in water, watch it fizz, and turn the water bright orange. Impressive, right? That fizz is citric acid reacting with water. That color is artificial dye. The performance is chemistry designed for visual impact, not biological benefit. What's not happening during that impressive display is meaningful immune support. The reduced zinc that might have provided some benefit. The vitamins see you get more from half an orange. The herbal extracts present in those is too small to show effects in clinical studies. For the travelers who took Airborne before every flight, believing they were protecting themselves from airplane germs, you were watching an impressive fizzy magic trick. For parents who gave it to children at the first sign of cold symptoms, you gave them flavored sugar water with bubbles. For teachers who bought tubes every winter, faithfully taking them throughout cold and flu season, you purchased the same lie, reformulated cheaper each year. $30 million in fines and settlements in 2008, still on store shelves in 2026. Still $12 per tube. The only element that changed was the formula itself, and not for the better. The orange fizz, the degraded formula. 17 years later, still selling the same disproven promise. Naturello when labels lie. The label was soft green. The font was gentle and approachable. The word plant-based appeared prominently, suggesting purity and natural sourcing. Naturello looked like a brand that belonged in a yoga studio, not a courtroom. They sold magnesium glycinate, specifically the gentle form that doctors recommend for people with sensitive stomachs. The form people take to improve sleep quality, reduce muscle cramps, calm anxiety. $30 per bottle for calm in a convenient capsule. Thousands switched to Naturello because the brand seemed cleaner than mainstream alternatives. No harsh synthetic fillers. No aggressive chemical processing. Just gentle minerals from a company whose entire image suggested they cared about purity. Then independent laboratories started testing what the bottles actually contained. In 2024, a class action lawsuit revealed something that betrayed every customer who'd chosen Naturello specifically for gentleness. The accusation: Naturello's magnesium glycinate capsules contain primarily magnesium citrate, a completely different compound. That might sound like a minor technicality to anyone unfamiliar with supplement chemistry. It's absolutely not. These two forms of magnesium behave completely differently in your body. Glycinate is the gentle form. It absorbs slowly and calmly. It doesn't irritate sensitive digestive systems. That's precisely why people pay extra for it. Citrate is acidic and aggressive. It absorbs rapidly by pulling water into your intestines. That's why it's the active ingredient in many laxatives. One form calms your nervous system. The other flushes your digestive system. But customers reported the warning signs for months before anyone conducted independent testing. Complaints about unexpected bloating, stomach irritation that didn't match the gentle promise, rushing to the bathroom after taking what was supposed to be a calming supplement. These customers blamed themselves. Maybe their bodies were just sensitive. Maybe they needed to take the capsules with food instead of empty stomach. Maybe they were reacting to something else entirely. They didn't need to change anything about their routine. They needed accurate labels and honest products. They needed refunds for bottles that contained the wrong ingredient entirely. When confronted with test results and legal action, Naturello released a carefully worded statement. We are reviewing our sourcing and labeling policies. They got caught selling one thing while delivering another. Now they're reviewing their practices. How does this happen? Supplement manufacturers often work with third-party suppliers who provide raw ingredients. When suppliers want to cut costs, they sometimes substitute cheaper compounds and sell them under premium ingredient codes. The company ordering ingredients is supposed to verify everything through rigorous testing. That verification step got skipped or performed inadequately. Production scaled up faster than quality control could keep pace. The focus shifted from accuracy to availability, from purity to profit margin. Precision became an inconvenience when meeting demand mattered more. For people who took Naturello every night hoping to sleep better, you were inadvertently taking a laxative and wondering why sleep remained elusive. For anyone with a sensitive stomach who chose this brand specifically for its gentleness, you selected based on a label that didn't match the contents. For everyone who trusted that plant-based automatically meant pure and accurate, you trusted marketing language instead of laboratory verification. The soft green label, the wrong compound inside, $30 for capsules that deliver the opposite effect of what you needed. Ollie, candy masquerading as medicine. They look exactly like candy. Soft, glossy, arranged in pastel colors that belong in a confectionery display. Lavender for calm, yellow for energy, pink for beauty, blue for sleep. The jars photographed beautifully on bathroom shelves, more attractive than any traditional medicine cabinet contents. That aesthetic appeal is entirely intentional. Ollie doesn't sell vitamins. They sell an aspirational lifestyle wrapped in gummy format. $15 for a jar of supplements your children will actually beg to take. Finally, vitamins that don't feel like a chore. No pills to force down. No bitter aftertaste to endure. Just chew, smile, and believe you accomplished something healthy. Then lawsuits in 2024 revealed what the pretty jars concealed. Multiple class action complaints accused Ollie of selling gummies that didn't match their label potency. The vitamins inside didn't add up to the amounts printed on bottles. You paid for 100%. You received less. But that discrepancy isn't even the fundamental problem with Ollie. Open any jar and smell it. That sweet, intensely fruity scent filling your nostrils? That's not vitamins. That's sugar, artificial flavoring compounds, and citric acid, carefully engineered to make you want another gummy immediately. Check the nutrition label that most people skip past while admiring the jar's design. 2 gummies contain between 2 and 4 grams of sugar. Take the recommended daily dose consistently, and you're adding a candy bar's worth of sugar to your weekly intake. For children taking multiple Ollie products, the sugar accumulates rapidly, more sugar per serving than actual vitamins per serving. That's not a supplement. That's dessert wearing a health halo. Those beautiful pastel jars decorating your bathroom counter? Check the sugar content, then check the actual vitamin content. Notice which number is larger. The company claims they make wellness accessible and fun. Accessible like candy, fun like candy. Because fundamentally, it is candy with vitamins added as an afterthought, not medicine formulated for efficacy. Ollie allocated more budget to hiring designers than consulting doctors. More money spent on color palettes than clinical testing protocols. More resources devoted to Instagram aesthetics than independent laboratory verification. Their marketing team built an aspirational brand. Their science team, assuming one exists, got thoroughly ignored in favor of what sells. And they knew exactly who to target with this approach. Ollie's marketing isn't designed for adults making informed medical decisions. It's engineered specifically for children who see candy and parents who want cooperation without conflict. The pastel colors that appeal to young eyes. The fun names that sound like treats. The gummy format that eliminates all resistance. Everything about this brand is calculated to make children ask for it repeatedly and make parents feel virtuous about saying yes. That's not wellness. That's manipulation wearing a vitamin label. This represents what happens when supplements become lifestyle products instead of medical tools. When wellness transforms into an aesthetic. When appearance matters more than efficacy. A thoughtful mother shared her experience. My daughter begged for those gummies endlessly. All her friends take them, she said. They looked fun, colorful, like candy. When I finally read the label carefully, I stopped. Sugar, artificial colors, half the dosage hidden behind flavor technology. I told her no. She cried. But I'd rather teach her that genuine health isn't supposed to sparkle and taste like dessert. She returned the jar to the shelf. The label kept smiling under pharmacy lights, glossy and perfect, waiting for the next hand to reach for it. For parents who bought Ollie because their children would actually take it cooperatively, your children would also happily take actual candy. For anyone who chose the aesthetically pleasing jar over the plain medical bottle, you chose marketing over medicine. For millions who assume gummy vitamins work just as effectively as traditional formats, you're chewing sugar and hoping for health outcomes. Half the vitamins, all the sugar, full price. That's what the beautiful pastel jar delivers. The brands that actually work. 5 brands exposed. 1 federal injunction. 30 million in settlements. 0 functional memory pills. Wrong ingredients sold under premium labels. Candy marketed as medicine. Millions of Americans swallowed these products every morning, genuinely believing they were investing in their health. But 3 brands prove that honest supplements still exist. They just don't need celebrity endorsements or glowing graphics to prove their worth. Thorne, where science replaces marketing. No pastel jars. No glowing brain graphics promising miracles. No celebrity testimonials. Just plain white bottles with minimal black text. Thorne doesn't attempt to impress you with aesthetics. They don't need to. While Ollie hired designers, Thorne hired biochemists. While Prevagen fabricated study results, Thorne published legitimate peer-reviewed research. While Balance of Nature failed federal facility inspections, Thorne passed NSF Certified for Sport, the strictest supplement certification globally. That certification matters more than any marketing claim. It means every single batch undergoes testing for purity, potency, and banned substances. The identical standard that Olympic athletes trust. The same verification used by professional sports organizations, university hospital systems, and military programs worldwide. You don't obtain that certification through clever marketing. You earn it by proving that what's inside bottles matches labels precisely, every single time, every single batch. Thorne's manufacturing facility follows pharmaceutical-grade standards, not typical supplement industry standards. Drug-level quality control, the kind of rigorous oversight that could produce actual prescription medications. Open a Thorne bottle. No fruity artificial smell. No candy coating. Just capsules that dissolve properly and deliver promised ingredients. Boring? Perhaps. Effective? That's exactly why doctors recommend it without hesitation. Sports nutritionists prescribe Thorne because athletes cannot risk contamination. Functional medicine practitioners recommend it because dosages prove accurate. Hospitals stock it because quality remains consistent. That's not brand loyalty. That's earned trust. Pure encapsulations. Clinical purity. No colors. No flavors. No promises written in glittering fonts. Pure encapsulations looks almost institutional because it is. This is what supplements look like when doctors design them instead of marketers. Founded in 1991 with a mission that sounded unmarketable. Science without additives. while other brands race to make vitamins taste better and photograph prettier. Pure encapsulations went the opposite direction. They systematically removed everything unnecessary. No artificial sweeteners. No preservatives. No gluten, dairy, or soy. Even capsules are hypoallergenic, designed for people whose immune systems react to seemingly everything. That's not a marketing angle. That's medical necessity. Every batch is produced in NSF/GMP certified facilities. Same standards pharmaceutical drug manufacturers follow. Independent laboratories test finished capsules for allergens, contaminants, and potency. Every result gets logged and remains accessible. Plain white labels. Clinical text. Nothing designed to catch eyes in store aisles. Everything designed to work correctly once inside your body. Ritual. Transparency you can see. See-through capsules. Golden oil beads floating inside like captured sunlight. That's not accidental aesthetics. That's the entire philosophy. Ritual built their brand on one revolutionary idea. Nothing to hide. Literally, you can see every ingredient through the capsule wall itself. No mystery powders. No hidden fillers. Just visible proof of what you're swallowing. Every ingredient is traceable. Every supplier is publicly listed. Every clinical study is linked and accessible. Visit their website and you can see exactly where your capsule's content originated, how they were tested, and what research supports the dosage. Name another vitamin brand offering that transparency. Most cannot because they'd have to reveal nothing of substance. The delayed release capsule dissolves in your intestine rather than your stomach, so nutrients absorb gradually instead of getting destroyed by acid. Third-party tested for heavy metals. Certified vegan. Non-GMO. Even packaging uses recycled materials. This is what it looks like when a supplement company operates as if they have nothing to hide, because they genuinely don't. Your morning vitamin should be medicine, not marketing. Real supplements still exist. They just don't need impressive graphics to prove their worth. What brand is currently in your medicine cabinet? Share in the comments below so others can learn from your experience. If this information helped you make better health decisions, subscribe for more investigations into what the wellness industry doesn't want you to know.